GG, Lob. GG.
And there goes your season.
Anyway, welcome to the Football Stooges podcast, the stupidest way to cover football. Lob is too busy lamenting over that loss to my Patriots to actually properly intro this.
Look, it's 4th and 2.
And boy, is it stupid.
It's not even to Jamar Chase.
Because he wasn't on the field.
No, he's right there. He's right there. Jamar Chase is right there. We passed it to Andre Ishilvash out of Princeton, an Ivy League school.
And boy, is it stupid. Anyway, so there's Lob, your host. He is molding.
God. Yes, I'm molding. Next up, fresh off a win where everyone almost lost their ACLs in Brazil, Macedon.
That week one, 99.9% of all podcasts. I can't say it.
The Puro hand sanitizer of the Football Stooges.
Sorry, hold on. I got you.
Mentioning Brock Bowers. We're not going to get out of this.
Wow, NFL Week 1.
Yeah. Next up, a man who was about to shotgun 16 ounces or so of lemon juice because he lost the XFL Pick'em. It is Mamba. Here we go.
This is for Tyreek.
This is for Tyreek. He is not going to make it. He's not going to be able to do it in one sip. He's not going to be able to do it. Oh my goodness!
Did you see that backwash? Did you see that?
Oh man! Now drink some milk and let it curdle. All right. Anyway, all right. Purdue taught him a few things. God. Next up, a man who's probably going to shotgun something just as appetizing. Gorlami.
Miller High Life, baby.
Miller.
I am extremely depressed. I hate my life.
I will laugh at this shower.
Fucking Willis.
I feel bad because
my starter.
I am going to Lambeau next week with my wife and her side of the family. Or this weekend, yes, thank you. This weekend with my wife and her side of the family, and Jordan Love's probably not going to play, which is really depressing. Speaking of a man who's probably not depressed after a Week 1 win in Cincinnati, fuck you, K-Duff.
Hey,
you're welcome.
Bears won too. It's just the defense won.
Yeah, that Bears win was Bears win was good, but also your ass is still about this big around after that win. So yeah, you're making diamonds right now.
Hey, he's a rookie. Fuck it.
Anyway, we are
all the rookies this week.
We're back. This is the first week back where we're going to cover a week and look at the next week. So again, we're going to do Week 1 coverage as well as our Week 2 predictions. Again, since we record on Thursday nights, the Thursday night games are technically we're a week ahead with one of them. So we're going to be covering the Thursday night game that's happening right now, where the Miami Dolphins now have to play Skylar Thompson at quarterback after Tua suffered another scary injury where, again, he seemed to lose consciousness or somewhat consciousness a little bit and had a reflexive... you have a reflexive protection of his hands, which is usually a sign of brain damage. So,
just why would you lead with your helmet when you know your injury or don't know your...
I mean...
I can slide.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Anyway, but yeah, welcome to the Football Stooges, the stupidest way to cover football imaginable, and it's going to be real. It's going to be real stupid this week. So we're going to go ahead and do the football crossover. Then guess what? Muzzy's videos, the absolute bangers, are back. So we're going to go ahead and go into that right after the crossover grid. Then we'll give you our rundown of last week's games and our predictions for next week's games, and then we'll get out of here in 5 or 6 hours. Just kidding. Anyway, without further idea. What, the podcast or the Miller High Life?
Trying to shotgun a High Life, dude. It's so foamy.
You're such a pussy. I just drank an entire thing of lemon juice.
Yeah,
and he's drinking piss.
Anyway, here we go with the crossover grid.
Bob saw how much rum I drink at the beach house.
Yeah.
The legend Mike White.
Tua.
Rip the 4th or 5th round pick?
Right above him.
Right above him, he is
Bills and
dead,
Dolphins. Dolphins, the legend that is Mike White.
Yeah.
Mike White was on the Bills?
Oh, he's now on the Bills.
Wait.
Oh,
they don't count it.
You picked the wrong one? Oh, bruh.
Mike White.
Yeah.
2021 to 2013.
Should be.
Nope.
He still plays, no?
Oh, because he hasn't started a game. That's
He
why.
hasn't played.
Oh.
5 receiving touchdowns in a season. Can we do Thurman Thomas? Yeah. Starting quarterback week 1, 1950. Can we do Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Oh, no. But do that. No, do that for Bills.
We can find it. We can find another. We're good.
I think of it.
First round pick, 5 receiving touchdowns in a season. Jamar Chase.
For starting quarterback, was Chad Pennington ever a Dolphin?
Oh yeah, he was a Dolphin.
Oh well, it doesn't have to be.
You're right.
He was.
He was doing it anyway.
But just do it, yeah.
Yeah, Pennington was Jets, not Dolphins.
Oh my god!
What the fuck?
Oh my god!
Why does his head look like a football? Oh man!
Looks like that football was punted at his head multiple times.
4th or 5th round pick in the NFL draft from the Dolphins. Yeah, well, 4th or 5th round pick that played for the Dolphins at any point in time. So it doesn't have to be a Dolphins player that was a 4th or 5th round pick. It has to be a 4th or 5th round pick that played at the Dolphins in some point in their career. Sorry, little break. Discord had a bit of an issue, but we're back anyway. 4th or 5th round pick that was a Dolphins player. Yeah, Larry Zonta. Larry CZON. Yeah, CS. No.
I'm trying to think that one linebacker.
Now the real question is: can we fit OJ Simpson in?
He never played for the Dolphins.
Starting quarterback week 1.
No, I'm just in the
No, he was a 1st round pick, not a 4th round.
Yeah, he was. Okay.
This is 4th or 5th round, not fucking.
Bro,
last pick.
No. 4th or 5th round pick.
Shannon Sharp.
No, he was a first round, a 1st or 2nd round.
What was Sterling?
I think he was higher up.
I thought he was.
How many rounds are there in the draft? 7?
Nowadays there are 7. There used to be like.
Oh,
15.
Shannon Sharp was picked in the 7th round.
7.
Oh,
yeah. That's
There
what I was
used to be a
saying.
lot. Starting quarterback since week 1 and was a 4th or 5th round pick. Dak Prescott. Yep. Wow, that's a really close picture of Dak Prescott. Why is he so close to the screen? Okay, 5 receiving touchdowns in a season.
That's it.
Tyler Boyd's not on that list.
Wait, hold on.
I'm holding.
I'm checking something.
Holding.
Puka Nacua for the receiving touchdowns in the 4th or 5th round pick.
Yeah.
P-U-K-A-N-A.
Puka Nacua.
Yep.
4th or 5th round pick that was a Dolphins player, then a Dolphins and was Frank Gore ever a Dolphin?
No, I don't think so.
Hold on. Looking.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so
well,
4th or 5th round pick.
He was a Bill.
Yes, he was a Bill.
Yeah,
and
he's also a Dolphin. Okay,
he
look at the grid.
San Fran. Yeah, he played for San Fran, then the Colts, then the Dolphins, then the Bills, then the Jets.
Okay, 4th or 5th round pick that was a Dolphin at some point.
I'm trying to think of that one linebacker.
The one that murdered Flacco?
Yeah.
What was it? Alonso? Kiko Alonso?
Okay, I'm going to see if he was a 5th round pick or.
Nope. Not Kiko Alonso.
Oh, he was a 2nd round.
Skylar Thompson was I think a 7th rounder.
That has to be 4th or 5th.
Okay, it's 4th or 5th.
Oh.
Did I stop streaming for you guys or no?
No, you're good.
No, you're good.
Trying to make sure because KDF's suggesting things like he can't see the board, and I was like,
I can see fine. I just lost audio for a minute and I thought it was something on my end when Discord had its seizure.
Yeah,
Tony Bua.
Who the fuck?
BUA.
Played 1 year. 1 year! 2004. Oh, Tyreek Hill was... Really?
Oh, yeah.
Tyreek Hill was a 4th-round pick.
That's right. He was.
So Stephon Diggs also up there. Josh Allen, Peyton Manning. You got Tua as a 1st-round pick. And we got that Justin Puka Nacua down here. And then also Dak Prescott. Okay. There we go. That's
what was the percentage on that pick?
That was like 0.5. 0.25.
Ah, nice.
I liked the Thurman Thomas. I'm surprised I got that one. Really good receiving back. All right. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on over to this week in fantasy. It's our first one of season. Is this 3 of the football season? Yeah, it's season 3 of the football season.
You should tell us.
Season 3.
It's season 2 of fantasy football.
Yeah.
I think we need complete silence.
The laughing's a good part of it. But anyway, without further ado, the first Muzzy video of the season.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Yes, the anime intros are back.
Oh my goodness. And look at the quick cuts. So good.
Episode 1. We got the We're back.
The tank is back.
What the hell?
Macedon's a woman?
The Portuguese flag just...
It should have been burning.
Bill Belichick.
I forgot Mix is part of the Texans now.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams is him. Yes.
That's kind of small.
Yeah, I'm a weird a lot.
Yes.
Amon St. Brown did nothing.
The planet broke.
He puts it right over your head, too.
I'm murdered.
Yeah, the point differential was huge.
I got fucked over.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. My heart aches.
Fuck the Oh, we just got canceled again.
Oh, we got canceled again. All right. Anyway, another banger. Clap it up. Banger video from Muzzy. Banger video. Great job. I love these. Yeah, the point differential in the first week was abysmal on almost everyone's part. There were barely any close games. A couple injuries.
Except for Galami and me.
Yeah.
I was
Thanks, DNC, for not deciding you're going to be out until right before kickoff. You could have saved me at least some of the pain.
A lot of my players didn't do much. The San Francisco defense let up a decent amount of points and didn't really have any turnovers except for one interception. And then Amon St. Brown did nothing. Burrow didn't have a great day.
Especially if you're
remember
Caleb Williams still has a touchdown. Bo Nix looks like the Broncos just drafted Paxton Lynch again. Marvin Harrison Jr. didn't get me a single fucking point.
Well, that's Kyler Murray's fault, as we'll talk about, because there were some moments when Marvin Harrison Jr. was butt booty naked, barn door wide open.
Yeah. I'm hearing.
Remember when you laughed at me for taking Jaden Reed?
You drafted Tyreek Hill. Fucking wow. I don't want to fucking hear it.
I got Jaden Reed, 33 points sitting on my bench. I would have won.
Yeah.
But it was a meme pick.
Yeah, I also had Stevenson benched and missed out on 20 points.
All right. Anyway, let's go ahead and move straight into KDF News.
Try to minimize the Thursday Night Football stream on my phone, and so I can actually see what I wrote. All right. So starting out with injury news. First off, I mean, we already know that Tua is out for the remainder of this contest. We don't know the extent of that yet, but once we find out, we'll talk about that soon. As for other stuff that includes out for the year injuries, we already got a few of those. The Panthers lost pretty badly in their season opener, and they also lost a lot more as their best piece on their D-line, defensive tackle Derek Brown, out for the year with a torn meniscus. He's having surgery on that, so it can get worse, Carolina. Other than that, Steelers punter Cameron Johnson's out for the year with a knee injury. Giants linebacker Carter Coughlin tore his pectoral. And Buccaneers cornerback Bryce Hall somehow both broke his fibula and dislocated his ankle in their win over the Commanders, so he's done. Also out, another big piece of their backfield gone for at least a couple games. Cornerback Antoine Winfield Jr. out 2 weeks with a foot injury. Jaguars cornerback Tyson Campbell expected to miss 4 games with a hamstring injury. Broncos running back Audric Estime out 4 games with an ankle injury, as is Vikings wide receiver Jordan Addison. He's out for this week at least. Rams wide receiver Puka Nacua out up to 4 to 6 weeks with a knee injury. Dolphins running back Raheem Mostert is not playing tonight. He was held out because of a chest injury. Ravens linebacker Kyle Van Noy somehow fractured his orbital bone in their loss to the Chiefs. That he's going to be out for a disclosed amount of time. Chiefs running back Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he's starting this season on the PUP list for mental health reasons. He's apparently dealing with some sort of PTSD. We can only speculate as to what's the cause of that. Packers quarterback Jordan Love, as you saw in the Muzzy video, he sprained his MCL while they were down in Brazil. He's out for at least 3 to 6 games. And probably the scariest one of the week before the season even started, 49ers wide receiver Ricky Purcell. Well, thankfully okay, but he is out 4 games minimum after being shot in the chest in a robbery gone wrong while he was downtown San Francisco. He is stable. He is recovering at home, and San Francisco police have apprehended the 17-year-old suspect, who is expected to be going to trial to face charges for attempted robbery, attempted assault, and attempted murder. Other injuries as we go in, for questionables as we go into the rest of the week. Falcons tight end Kyle Pitts with a hamstring. Eagles linebacker Devin White with an ankle injury. Chiefs wide receiver Hollywood Brown still don't know if he's going to be playing after he's been dealing with that shoulder injury. Steelers quarterback Russell Wilson's been dealing with his calf strain, as is starting guard Isaac Samalo with a pectoral injury. Colts wide receiver Josh Downs has an ankle injury. Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins, it's unsure if he's going to be starting this week again because of a hamstring injury. Buccaneers defensive tackle Elijah Cansey's got a foot injury. Both Bears wide receivers Rome Odunze and Keenan Allen both out with knee and foot injuries respectively. Cowboys tight end Jake Ferguson also suffered a sprained MCL. His seems a lot less severe than the one Jordan Love suffered, so he might be starting this week. Cardinals running back Max Melton is in concussion protocol. Texans cornerback Jeff Okudah and Titans safety Jamal Adams with hip injuries. Seahawks running back Kenneth Walker III with an oblique strain. Giants wide receiver Malik Neighbors with a knee injury, and Browns defensive end Myles Garrett with a foot injury. Now, on to signings and re-signings. Dolphins have started out by the week by re-signing head coach Mike McDaniel that will extend him through the 2028 season. The Chargers are re-signing Dicker the kicker Cameron Dickers, getting a 4-year, $22 million deal with 12.5 guaranteed, the second most for a kicker, the first, of course, being the one Harrison Butker got before the season started. The Packers have claimed former Titans kicker Braven Narvison off of waivers, and I believe he was your starting kicker in the Brazil game. Didn't seem to do too poorly. The 49ers
did miss one.
Again, not too poorly. He did have Anders Carlson. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
Don't remind me.
Yeah. Well, better news for the 49ers. They have ended the Trent Williams holdout. He has signed a 3-year, $82.6 million deal, with 2 years of it fully guaranteed, equating to $48 million plus a $25.6 million signing bonus. This makes him this year's highest paid offensive tackle in the league.
Well fucking deserved.
Indeed, yeah. Holding out actually worked out for him too. That's a pretty big payday. Steelers re-signed defensive tackle Cam Hayward, also got a 3-year extension worth $45 million. Jets re-signed cornerback Michael Carter II on a 3-year, $30.75 million deal. Broncos have made cornerback Patrick Surtain the highest paid defensive back in NFL history with a 4-year, $96 million deal with $77.5 guaranteed.
For about 15 minutes.
Yep, and then it was Jalen Ramsey, who I actually don't have written down here. What was his deal?
More than Patrick Surtain.
I'll look that up real quick, sorry. His deal is a 3 years, $72 million contract with 24.2 guaranteed. Goddamn.
Yeah, a lot of money.
Yeah. Yep, let's see. Another one who's getting a lot of money, Commanders guard Sam Cosby getting a 4 year, $74 million extension with 45 guaranteed. Texans have re-signed backup quarterback Davis Mills on a 1 year deal. The Chiefs have re-signed tight end Noah Gray on a 3 year, $18 million deal. And then how about them Cowboys? They apparently saw what Jordan Love got for doing absolutely nothing of note that would warrant him becoming the highest paid quarterback in the league. So the Cowboys did exactly that, extending Dak Prescott on a 4 year, $240 million contract. Which, I mean, all I can say is good luck with that. The only release that has happened, or retirement for that matter, involves Commanders kicker Cade York following his 2 missed field goals during their Week 1 loss to the Buccaneers. On to their miscellaneous stuff. The lawsuit against former Jaguars kicker Brandon McManus, alleging that he's SA'd 2 women during the Jags trip to London last season, has been refiled after it was initially dismissed last week. The 17-year-old that shot Ricky Pearsall has been charged. I already mentioned that. Speaking of the number 17, though, that's how many years Chiefs superfan Xavier Babadar, aka the Chiefsaholic, was officially sentenced to. He is spending the next 2 decades in prison for the, of course, string of armed robberies he made at multiple banks and casinos across multiple states that made headlines last season. Yeah.
The fuck?
And and here's something else that's also making headlines. I could not believe this. It's happening to one of the most paragons of just niceness and politeness, especially to women in the NFL. But yes, Kyle, there has been another Deshaun Watson allegation. This one coming against someone that he was apparently dating back in October 2020, which brings the total allegations against him to 24. Jesus fucking Christ, just go to jail, man. Anyway, let's see. As for other stuff that happened this week, the Saints revealed a new $540 million concourse and other renovations to the Caesars Superstone Dome, which includes fully renovated concourses, box seats, locker rooms, and more, all finished in time for New Orleans to host this year's Super Bowl. It get the 11th time that the Big Easy is going to be hosting the big game, tying the league record with Miami. And it's also been confirmed that the headliner for this year's Super Bowl halftime show, he's not like us, Kendrick Lamar. Other than
because we're all not rappers, yeah.
Yes, yeah. Let's see. Other than that, stuff that happened during the week, the kickoff Chiefs-Ravens game was apparently the most watched season opener in NFL history, with an average of 28.9 million viewers. Patrick Mahomes also surpassed the team's record for passing yards, surpassing Hall of Famer Len Dawson, who originally held the record at 25,087 yards, which makes him the Chiefs' all-time passing leader. Former Broncos linebacker and long snapper Alan Aldridge Jr. sadly passed away at the age of 52. He played 8 years in the league with the Broncos, Lions, and Texans, where he finished his career with 1 Super Bowl win alongside John Elway. 10 sacks, 1 interception, and 5 forced fumbles. Both Steelers kicker Chris Boswell and Texans kicker Kaimi Fairbairn tied a league record for 3 50-plus yard field goals made in a season opener. And finally, probably the biggest news of the week was the possible police brutality that happened right before the Dolphins Jaguars game, where Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill was briefly detained in cuffs by police outside of Hard Rock Stadium for a traffic violation. And judging from the police video that was released this week, he was definitely not in the wrong of the situation. Like, yeah, he was getting a little mouthy, but I would be too if I was suddenly like yanked out of my car for what would probably just
his window
a small
down.
speeding ticket.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was the main issue the officer had with him. It was taken out of proportion. It
got
bad.
very out of proportion, especially when they also put defensive tackle Calais Campbell in cuffs when he tried to come up to try and help out Tyreek.
That was probably out of fear, because Calais Campbell is a massive human. That was probably just straight fear, holy fuck, this dude's huge.
And they were also apparently threatening Jonnu Smith as well, threatening to put him in cuffs as well. But somehow it all got resolved, and I believe an injunction has been filed against the Miami-Dade police officers. Multiple officers for that incident have already been placed on administrative leave, according to Miami-Dade PD. But other than that, we don't know how that's going to end yet. Probably in some sort of lawsuit or somebody getting dismissed from the force. That's all I can expect.
Probably an investigation's ongoing, so they'll do their thorough due business and figure out who's at fault, and it's most likely, from what we can tell as sportscasters, which is another area, that it's not going to be put back on Tyreek. So,
pretty much, yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, I thought we're lawcasters.
We're lawcasters. Yeah, that'd be a riveting podcast. Also, I just saw I saw probably the worst thing I've ever seen on my phone, and it is an image of the Fantastic Four movie with Miles Teller. And the caption is, "I can't wait for the Bills defense to hawk Tua all night."
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, I was telling you this. This was trending earlier too. Now it said Tua can't throw a ball or something.
Oh man. Okay.
That dude died on the field again.
Oh. Okay, so yeah, we got some games to cover.
I sent you a lot of messed up TikToks last week.
That's why I don't watch them, because one of them you sent me was an AI-generated image of a pregnant Travis Kelce. This is why I don't open the fucking things you send me. Spencer! This is why I don't do this, dude!
Here's the now trending one. Tua turned the ball over.
Yeah, but it was Antonio Brown that posted that. That's why I sent it.
Oh yeah,
I don't care. I don't care if the president posted that. It's fucked up. I don't want to see that.
If it's cursed, it's always cursed.
Yeah. Better than the foot fetish that the refs were showing off.
Mr. President.
Let's get to football, please.
Yes, let's get to football. Anyway, first game of the season: Baltimore Raisins, Kansas City Chiefs. Baltimore Raisins. Baltimore Raisins.
Go drunk, you're home.
Yeah, got raisined. They got raisined by the Chiefs.
Won by a toe, one might say.
Yes. 20-27 was the final score. A great opening game out of Arrowhead. Very lively crowd there. Lamar Jackson, 26 for 41 for 273, 6.7 average, 1 touchdown, no picks, only 1 sack and a 90.8 rating. So a very, very fair day for him. He also led the way rushing, 122 total rush yards on 16 carries. Derrick Henry actually was slowed down a little bit, only 3.5 average yards for 46 total on 13 carries. Did have a touchdown though. So the Kansas City Chiefs honed in on him very well, or he's just getting old. One of the two.
I think it's both, a mixture of both, because Henry's both old and a lot of defensive coordinators know how to plan against him nowadays. So.
Yeah. Also, the offensive line for the Ravens didn't look great. They'll probably get better as the weeks go on because there's a couple new pieces, but there was a couple issues
on how the Ravens did, and it was not. It's not good.
Isaiah Likely had a great day. Aside from one thing, he had 111 yards and 9 receptions and 1 touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 2 for 53. Hill, 6 for 52. Flowers, 6 for 37. Mark Andrews, 2 for 14. And Aguilar, 1 for 6.
That's how he had so many targets over Mark Andrews.
12 targets, yeah. 12 targets. I mean, because they were really focusing on... Because, again, the Ravens have a lot of smaller, quick slot receivers and taller tight ends. So they were really blocking the slot receivers out, the tall, fast one, or the short, fast ones, and really trying to make Mark Andrews, who they knew was coming up from injury, and Isaiah Likely. They were trying to help, try to focus both on them.
That's fair.
So, but again, Likely had a great day. He had a game-tying touchdown that was called back because probably the furthest most quarter inch of his toes were like on the back end of the end zone's out of bound line. So it's just like that much.
Bro,
so
Tyler really focusing on the wording when they say the whole foot needs to be in.
Wide left or right, depending on where you're sitting. Bad. Yeah, that was
time to pull a Deion Sanders and chop that shit off.
The Chiefs, Mahomes, 20 for 28 for 291, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 2 sacks, 101.9 rating. An amazing performance from him. Pacheco, kind of a slow day, but not too terribly. Again, 15 carries, 45 yards, 3 average yards, and 1 touchdown. Xavier Worthy did have 1 rush for 21 yards and a touchdown, which was great for him. The receiving corps looks even better. Rashee Rice, 7 for 103. Xavier Worthy, 2 for 47 and a touchdown. Noah Gray, 3 for 37. Travis Kelce, 3 for 34. Isaiah Pacheco, 2 for 33. Justin Watson, 1 for 25. Spawn J.P. Ryan, 1 for 10. And Patrick Mahomes caught one of his own receptions for 2 yards. Yeah, Samaje Perine is on the Chiefs. He was on the Broncos last year. Also, this is a cool name. This is a fullback, Carson Steele. This guy was This guy was Mr. Indiana for football. Okay, played at Ball State, transferred to UCLA. Has Palomalu levels of hair length, but it's blonde, so he looks kind of like Clay Matthews. And he owns an alligator.
This guy. Yes, I saw the alligator.
This guy is the most Indiana fuck, to quote Pat McAfee, ever. This guy is
how big
crazy.
Is that alligator though?
Not crazy big. I think it's probably the length of like his arm,
huge,
like a cubit, like a cubit. You know, if throwback to Noah's Ark. Any cubit fans out there? Any? Whatever.
There you go.
Anyway,
Great
game. A good amount of defense, good amount of offense. Came down to the wire. What did you guys think?
I'm looking at the play number difference. Ravens had 73 plays, while Kansas City has about 40.
Yeah, the Ravens basically kind of just like beat themselves. They just kept getting like unnecessary penalties, like illegal formations.
Yeah,
it was the Isaiah Likely one. That one,
it was
when most people play the focus on their defense was like breaking down hard. This is a defense that desperately misses Mike McDonald.
Yeah, they are. The refs in the league are focusing. The refs in the league are really focusing on making sure that the offensive linemen are lining up correctly. So that means that the guards and tackles, they need to have their front feet at the very minimum in line with the back feet of the center. And a lot of times the new left tackle on the does it show penalties? No, it doesn't. But a lot of times I think their new left tackle addition for the Ravens was constantly behind the line of scrimmage too far. And so they were constantly throwing the legal procedure penalty. It did get a little excessive and but again, they weren't doing it without reason.
They're saying the helmet has to be at least lined up with the belt of the center.
Yeah. I guess they're going off helmet now. They were going off feet before. You're right.
They were doing that last year. Jawan would be penalized every time during
that's why they're doing it, because there was so much uproar last season from the Chiefs players, especially their O-line not lining up correctly. So they're really hampering down on this, and the Chiefs got it. The Chiefs were like, we fucked up last year. We need to correct this, and they did. The Ravens weren't talked about as much because I guess they weren't in the public eye as much as the Chiefs, which has, for better or for worse, they become America's team, especially with Swift and all that stuff going around there. They've become that. Sorry, Cowboys fans, but I'm calling it like it is.
We're not sorry. We're not sorry.
We're not sorry. We're not pretending we're sorry. Bro. But anyway, the Ravens obviously weren't under this high amount of scrutiny, and it showed. A lot of the tackles were cutting corners with this, and I mean it was like not super illegal the last season. It just wasn't called as much, and now it's being called, and they weren't able to adjust mid-game, so that did cost them a little bit. But again, great game, came down to the wire. What more can you ask from an opening day game from the NFL? Like, phenomenal game. Let's go back out to the main score area, and then this game fucking sucked.
Fuck you, Peacock.
Like, only on Peacock. And also, like, I don't like
Brazil.
Like, well, I don't think that's a problem. If you're going to expand, yes, if you're going to expand the game into other places, go ahead. Great, like games in London, games in Munich, games in Brazil, games in Japan if you want. If there's a crowd for it, and if it sells tickets, and if it's available for the home crowd fans to at least watch, awesome. This wasn't available for most of the home fans to watch. It was only on Peacock, which most people aren't going to get. Sorry, NBC. And then also the field conditions were horrible. And this isn't just a soccer field that's like this. The field that was used for this is a soccer field. And again, I'm saying soccer because I'm an American. Deal with it. this field
was
with yes, this field or pitch is it shouldn't be that hard to have a field that works with the NFL cleats. The company that makes a lot of the pitches in England for the Premier League and other leagues made Lambeau Fields, grass field, that allows them to have grass all year long and not have to grass being pulled up with cleats. So it's possible to have a soccer pitch that works with the NFL and that works well. And also, like, soccer cleats and football cleats aren't terribly different. It's not like baseball cleats that have metal spikes. They're very similar cleats. They're not super different. So the fact that this field was a fucking ice rink and we were watching the Montreal Canadiens play the Boston Bruins in a football game was fucking nuts. The amount of people that slipped, that fell over, because I fucking hate the Bruins, that they slipped, they fell over, like, lost footing, even possibly even attributed to an injury of Jordan Love. Like, are you, like, really? Also, you sent the two teams down there that aren't allowed to wear green, so a lot of the fans that were in the stands couldn't have face, like, the Philly fan, the guy that always dresses up with the mohawk, goes to all the Phillies and Eagles games, has a, like, he had to wipe his face clean because you're not allowed to have face paint in the stadium. Weird rules, but whatever.
A funny one where they had, like, a dude dressed up with a giant, like, chunk of cream cheese on his head.
Yeah. But again, Eagles win 34-29. Packers trying to make a push late. Jordan Love got hurt, didn't really work out. Josh Jacobs looked very good. He went.
Malik Willis got big-eyed when he went in.
Yeah. I hope next week when I go to the game, I don't have to watch Malik Willis and I can watch. Right, this week. I keep forgetting. Sorry.
She's reminding
me.
But
it is, yes. I hope when I go to watch the game this week, I'm not watching Malik Willis. I hope I am going to be able to see Penn.
Not gonna happen.
No. Penn State legend Sean Clifford. Penn State legend Sean Clifford.
They already said Willis is the back.
Why? Malik Willis can't hit the broadside of a barn with a pebble from 3 feet. He can't. He was a quarterback at Liberty. He was a quarterback at Liberty. He was a quarterback at Liberty. What do you want from him?
Obligatory fuck Liberty University.
Kurt Warner was a supermarket stalker. What's your point?
Yeah, where did Kurt Warner go to college?
Where did Kurt Warner go to college?
D3 college. I think Northern.
I'm looking it up. Northern Iowa.
Yeah.
Wow.
I print stuff for them.
Anyway.
I don't print anymore.
Jordan Love, 17 for 34 for 260, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 1 sack, 83 rating. Not great, a lot of incompletions. Josh Jacobs had a great performance, 16 carries for 84 yards, and Emmanuel Wilson, 4 for 46. He'll have to really step it up as the number 2 back, but they had good days. 11.5 total average rushing yards for Emmanuel Wilson's a great number. Jalen Reed went off. 4 receptions, 138 yards, 1 touchdown, also 1 33-yard rush for a touchdown as well. Great there. Romeo Dobbs, 4 for 50.
And sitting on Gorlami's bench.
Yeah. Tucker Kraft, 2 for 37. Josh Jacobs, 2 for 20. Christian Watson, 3 for 13. And Manny Wilson, 3 for 2. Also, again, Christian Watson, 3 receptions, 13 yards on 5 targets with 1 touchdown. This guy has got to step it up on this team. Like, he is starting to slip into wide receiver 3 territory on a team that does not have a very deep wide receiver room. He has got to step it up. Especially after, like, nagging hamstring injuries have left him this way for so long. Giants fans, turn off the podcast for the next 5 minutes. Saquon Barkley, 24 carries, 109 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. Then in the air, he received 2 receptions for 23 yards and 1 touchdown. Saquon Barkley had more points himself than the entire Giants team had this week 1.
Probably because he actually has an O-line to rumble behind.
Barkley has a legitimate ability to score more points than the Giants do the entire season. There's a legitimate chance, especially against the Cowboys twice and the Eagles twice, that Barkley will... Yeah, there's a chance. Hurts, 20 for 34 for 278, 2 interceptions, 2 touchdowns, 2 sacks, and 80.3 rating. Not a great day for me either, but not horrible.
Yeah.
Hurts also ran for 33 yards and 13 carries, so good scrambling there from him. A.J. Brown had a great day, 5 for 119, and touchdown. Devontae Smith, 7 for 84. Dallas Goedert, 4 for 31. And then Grant Calcaterra, 1 for 11 as well. Kenneth Gainwell, 1 for 10. Zach Bond did a great job coming on. Was he on your team last year? I don't think he was. I don't think he was.
He was either wasn't or probably practice squad.
Yeah. So
God, that fucking head.
Man. Shiny. Bald, real shiny. So
I one thing I heard that the offensive line was kind of iffy once or twice, a couple times during the game.
Yeah.
Especially the center.
Cam Jurgens. Didn't they have Jurgens as center now? Or?
Yeah, Cam Jurgens is center.
Well, they're used to not having to chip on a nose and have their center lock up one guy, unless it's like Chris Jones or Aaron Donald. Now they have to adjust to not having one of the greatest centers of all time. So there's going to be a bit of an adjustment. Also, the tush push is gone. If you were ever wondering if the tush push was because Jalen Hurts squatted 400 pounds or because Jason Kelce was Jason Kelce, it was because Jason Kelce was Jason Kelce. So the next time you talk about you don't need an O-line to do this and you don't need an O-line to do that, you need an O-line to do certain things. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So, again, Philadelphia wins against the Packers in Brazil in a weird game that had some good moments and some bad moments. Yeah. Horrible field. Steelers and Falcons.
What the fuck was this game?
Falcons are just like getting a lot of new pieces. So teams that get a lot of new pieces aren't going to be able to really gel well. Again, you can kind of tell. Look at the only 3 people ran the ball, only 6 people caught the ball. There's got to be getting into a groove of things. So they really got to make sure they're getting into a groove and finding their pieces. Like Mamba knows this from basketball as well as I do. When a super team gets together, they don't win right away. They got to gel. They got to get together. When LeBron, D. Wade, and Chris Bosh got together in Miami, they lost their first NBA championship that year to Dirk Nowitzki and the Mavericks. So a team that's been together a long time, that has a really established head coach, the Steelers. Now, again, am I saying that Kirk Cousins, Bijan Robinson, and Kyle Pitts are LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh? Hell no. But again, when you get a whole new bunch of pieces on a professional sports team, they have to figure out how to work best together. So it's going to take some time for the Falcons. Works best. So yeah, again, Falcons fans, do not panic. This wasn't great, but at the same time, it's not the end of the world. So there's still a lot of kinks to be ironed out. Pittsburgh Steelers started Justin Fields. He went 17 for 23 for 156. No touchdowns, no picks, 2 sacks, a 91.9 rating. A fair day. But again, they had 23 passing attempts and 41 rushing attempts. So that tells you where the Steelers are feeling confidence-wise in their quarterbacks. Najee Harris, 20 for 70 on the ground. Justin Fields, 14 for 57. Cordell Patterson, 4 for 13. And Jalen Warren, 2 for 7. I don't know if I've seen a quarterback with 14 rushing attempts in the NFL in a long time.
Yeah, it's been...
That's a lot. Especially for 57 yards. That's like workhorse numbers.
Wasn't Lamar Jackson 13 attempts?
Yeah, I guess I'm just not used to seeing it from the Steelers is a better way to put it. George Pickens receiving 6 for 85, Pat Freiermuth 4 for 27, Jalen Warren 2 for 13, and Michael Pruitt 1 for 9, as well as Najee Harris 1 for 9. To the Falcons, Kirk Cousins 16 for 26, 155 yards, 6-yard average, 1 touchdown, 2 picks, 2 sacks, 59 rating. Not a great day for him. Bijan Robinson 18 for 68 on the ground, and Tyler Algier 3 for
not
21.
Related to Nelson Aguilar.
Not related to Nelson. Receiving, Ray McLeod III, 4 for 52. Bijan Robinson, 5 for 43. Kyle Pitts, 3 for 26 and a touchdown. Darnell Mooney, 1 for 15. Drake London, 2 for 15. And Charlie Warner, 1 for 4. I'd be worried about Drake London here. Only 3 targets, 2 receptions. That's not great for your probably number 1 receiver, but Ray McLeod did a great job there. And Kyle Pitts looked a little better. So, again, not that one breakout season he had, but you definitely are starting to see the trend up just a little bit. I saw
a depressed Packers fan walk by you a lot.
Yeah.
You guys see how empty it is at Dolphins game right now?
Oh yeah, they're all leaving. It's late. They're all leaving. Yeah. They're all leaving.
Also,
3 minutes left, right?
Hold on, I can't say this. TJ Watt is basically the team for Pittsburgh.
Defense
TJ Watt
literally
is
him.
possible.
There's nothing else on the defense. Maybe Cam Hayward, but yeah, it's all TJ Watt.
Yep. 2 solo tackles, 1 sack, 2 tackles for loss, 4 total tackles, 3 quarterback hits. Like he went nuts. He went nuts.
Minka
all
didn't
right.
do too poorly either. Give him that.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick did as well. Had the most total tackles on the team. All right. Any thoughts about this game at all?
I think we should move on.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
I think
Yeah.
we kind of
solid Mike Tomlin win. Find a way to win. He found a way to win.
Yeah.
Yep, standard is a standard.
Bills and Cardinals. Yeah. Good win by the Bills here. Kyler Murray, 21 for 31 for 162, a 5.2 average, 1 touchdown, no picks, 4 sacks, a 91.1 rating. It should be a 0 rating because the amount of times he just did not pass the ball to Marvin Harrison Jr. when he was wide open was abysmal.
I didn't even get a full fucking fantasy point from him.
Yeah.
You drafted this man 4th overall. Fucking use him.
His production will go up. Like it just it'll come with time.
Kyler Murray, 5 for 57 in rushing. Connor, 16 for 50 and a touchdown. Trey Benson, 3 for 13. Greg Dortch was their leading receiver. 6 for 47. James Conner, 3 for 33. Trey McBride, 5 for 30. Amari DiMercado, 2 for 26. Elijah Jenkins, 2 for 12. And all the way down there, Marvin Harrison, 1 for 4 with 3 targets. So he is a deep threat, if anything. He's a taller receiver. I mean, how high does this, 6'4", 205. You should be throwing it up to the sky, slants and crossers, not as often. Then for the Bills, again, they lost some pieces, but this is still a very well-oiled machine. 18 for 23 for Josh Allen for 232 yards, a 10.1 average, 2 touchdowns, no picks, 2 sacks, and 137.7 rating. Also, they're running the ball a little bit more. James Cook, 71 yards on 19 carries, is a fair amount of carries, not to mention Josh Allen, as always, running and jumping over quite literally anything. 19 for 9 rush attempts for 39 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ray Davis, 3 for 13, and Ty Johnson, 2 for 7. Receiving, Keon Coleman, 4 for 51. Khalil Shakir, 3 for 42 and a touchdown. James Cook, 3 for 32. Mac Hollins, 2 for 25 and a touchdown. Dawson Knox, 1 for 23. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 1 for 19. And Curtis Samuel, 2 for 15. So, I mean, a good win by the Bills here. Definitely taking advantage of a Cardinals team that still is kind of struggling in that mediocrity or bad level. But again, Kyler Murray just or maybe even the coaching staff not getting the ball to Marvin Harrison Jr., a electric receiver that you want to know if he can do things in the NFL like he did in college, is kind of unacceptable.
Yeah.
But they did score 28. That's the thing, though. It wasn't like they scored nothing.
Yeah,
right.
They also had a great first half and then took their foot off the gas for some reason.
Yeah.
And also the Bills kind of somehow just went, yeah, we're not going to lose.
Yeah, they refused to lose. Also, their defense is struggling. Lost a couple pieces, especially Matt Milano, who's a phenomenal run stopper for them. And they did rush for 124 total yards, so that could be an issue there. But again, Bills won. At the end of the day, the Bills won, got their home opener win. Good job by them. Next up,
and they won again.
Yeah, they just did. We'll cover that in a second or in a little bit. This was
I want to hammer.
Weird game.
I want to hammer this point home though. The Chicago Bears won with no offensive touchdowns.
Yep.
Not a single one.
Yep.
Just like the Steelers.
Yeah. Oh, the Steelers did too?
Yep. They only had field goals. It was literally 6 field goals by Chris Boswell.
God damn.
Yeah, I mean, there's one thing about Chicago quarterbacks, they can't find the end zone.
True.
I mean, it wasn't a bad showing from Caleb Williams. It wasn't great either, but
he didn't make mistakes, but he didn't throw picks.
No picks. Yes, 14 for 29.
Because they were dropped.
Yeah.
I mean, not all. You can't blame every drop on him, though.
Yeah. It was better than Will Levis.
That's my profile pic
right now.
Yeah.
Mailman.
There was a play late in the game when the Titans were winning and they were trying to make a drive down the field, and Will Levis spins out of a sack and like is starting to fall, and so he tries to like Bobby Orr while falling, just make a play, threw the ball as he was falling up to one of his receivers in the flat. It didn't get there, and instead it was picked off. And as it was being picked off, Will Levis is able to get up, and it's still on his knees. So he's just on his knees looking, and he has both head on his hands, just like, oh, fuck.
He's
as
like,
he watches
like the viral video of that guy going.
Yeah, he went 19 for 32 for 127, a 4-yard average, 1 touchdown, 2 picks, 3 sacks, a 52.5 rating. Tony Pollard had a pretty good showing as their RB1 now, 16 for 82 and a touchdown. Will Levis 4 for 36 and Tajay Spears 4 for 21. Then receiving, Calvin Ridley 3 for 50, Tyler Boyd 3 for 18. Tyler Boyd, oh man, why did we let him go?
Leave me alone!
Duke Tobin! Oh,
Matt Damon. When you say Duke Tobin, that's all I'm thinking now. Is
I think
Matt
you're just a
Damon.
poverty. You're a poverty
Damon.
franchise that doesn't want to pay.
well, he was getting older, but still, he's
that's
been a Bengal for the longest time.
Sad part is he's not wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've told you guys this story. Like my uncles used to teach at Baylor, and I was actually at a meeting where a bunch of NFL owners were at, and he's talking to this guy who's like just looks like disheveled and dirty as all hell. And then his friend goes up to him like, "You know, you were just talking to the Bengals owner, right?"
Mike Brown. Yep. Tony Pollard 3 for 12, Nick Vanett 2 for 11, Tajay Spears 4 for 11, and DeAndre Hopkins 1 reception, 8 yards, 1 target. So, a little concerning there. DeAndre isn't bad; he isn't declined, but like, that's a little weird that you're only getting him the ball that many times against this Bears defense, which at least on paper is not phenomenal. Now again, in this game, they were phenomenal. Passing wise, not really. 14 for 29, 93 yards for Caleb Williams. No touchdowns, no picks. 2 sacks, a 55.7 rating. So he did a good job, at least game managing at the very least. Didn't throw picks. Only got sacked twice. Had nearly a 50% completion rating. So, like, he did okay. It was definitely not the floor, but this is not the ceiling. So,
yeah,
pretty good.
Which is kind of wild. He only got sacked twice because our line is he was scrambling.
That guy is like a greased pig. Like, holy crap, can he move in a pocket and
You're never gonna catch me.
Yeah, just slip and slide.
That's a fucking deep cut.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of if you guys ever watched South Park, the episode where they're trying to give Cartman a flu shot, and he just takes off all his clothes and starts screaming.
He turns into like a
and starts screaming and running around. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
My wife really likes that episode just because Cartman's screaming. Everyone ran the ball. DeAndre Swift, 10 carries, 30 yards. Caleb Williams, 5 carries, 15 yards. DJ Moore, 1 carry, 14 yards. Velus Jones Jr., 2 carries, 11 yards. Travis Horner, 2 carries, 10 yards. And Khalil Herbert, 2 carries, 4 yards. 84 rushing yards in total on 22 carries. That's a lot. So, receiving, also a lot of people were targeted or caught. DJ Moore, 5 for 36. Keenan Allen, 4 for 29. Rome Odunze, 1 for 11. Velus Jones Jr., 1 for 8. Dante Carter, 1 for 6. Cole Kmet, 1 for 4. Again, no offensive touchdowns. The defense is where it all happened. 1 touchdown from Tyreek Stevenson. Also another one from Jonathan Owens on the special teams play. 1 interception return from a touchdown.
And the rest was just Cairo Santos.
Yeah, Cairo Santos. So, a great Chicago Bears defense, A+. Chicago Bears offense, D+.
F.
Not F. They did not turn the ball over.
Still running this
Well,
offense,
they did throw interceptions. They had a few fumbles, of course, but they only lost one of them. So, it's not an F for the Chicago Bears offense. They did a few things right, and they at least they were at least treading water, and they tread water long enough for their defense to have flashbacks of '85. So, yeah. So good win by the Bears defense. Now, just to get the offense going, and we'll see how it goes.
Yes.
What the fuck, Bengals? God
I mean, I will give you this. The Bengals have historically sucked in week 1 the past few years.
This will live in my memories for eons.
Where's those blockers
What a hell of an RKO
There was blockers.
No, they're blocking the wrong guys.
Yeah, but look who's blocking. Look who the two guys are blocking. Jamar Chase, and I believe that's Trenton Irwin.
Had Irwin blocking?
Trenton Irwin. This guy was blocking. No offense to Trenton Irwin. He's 6'2", 200. That's not a blocker. He's our slot guy. Like, he's good. I like him, but at the same time, why?
Does he look like he should be on the cast of Tiger King?
But the worst thing is my this is hilarious. My uncle is from Boston, or well, he actually lives near New York now, but he went to school in Boston, and and his son went to try to see every NFL stadium over a long period of time, and so they figured, oh, the Patriots are playing the Bengals, and his sister, my mother, obviously they live near Cincinnati, so I was like, oh, we'll go to this game. So they ended up deciding, since my parents have season tickets to Michigan, that they were, let's get tickets to the Bengal game and let's get tickets to the Michigan football game against Texas. They go to the Texas game, Michigan gets blown the fuck out, which reminds me, I didn't even do college football. We got to do that before we go to the next week. But Michigan gets blown out by Texas, and then they come to this game and they win. And so they just have to sit there and watch my mom and my dad the whole time, just be like, oh yeah, lose twice in 2 days. Yikes.
Go to a game again.
But anyway, 16-10, the final score. Patriots did well. Go ahead, Gaduff.
I was going to say, I will say, this, I'm not expecting much out of this season, but this was a nice surprise to see, us not just turning the ball over and not playing, stupid offense, honestly.
You guys played very solid offense. Brissett led the way, 15 for 24 for 121. No touchdowns, no picks. 1 sack for only a 1-yard loss, a 75.2 rating. The best thing was 120 yards from Ramondre Stevenson. 120 fucking yards.
And I left him on the bench.
God.
I'm fucking pissed about that.
Duke Tobin.
That's that big thing. The big thing about that is that Chris Jenkins Jr., our rookie defensive tackle, was out this game with an injury. And then the new guy that we got from Houston doesn't look great. Does not look great at all.
Yeah. Grab at him.
Where is he? Is it Jay Tufele, I believe?
No.
He's
more of a generic sounding name. It's like Green or something. Rankins. That's what I think it was.
Rankins. Yeah. Rankins did not look great.
It could have been better.
Yeah, did not look great. It can improve on it, but yeah, a lot of fumbles too from the Bengals, which is not normal. But again, Ramondre Stevenson 25 for 120, Jacoby Brissett 7 for 32, and Antonio Gibson 7 for 18. Ramondre ran for a touchdown. Receiving, Austin Hooper 2 yards, 2 receptions, 31 yards. Tyquan Thornton 2 for 27, KJ Osborne 3 for 21, Hunter Henry 2 for 18, as well as Demario Douglas 2 for 12. Joe Burrow had a decent day, 21 for 29, very efficient, 164 yards, but no touchdowns. 1 was called back, 1 was fumbled. He took 3 sacks at 86 rating. And again, it seems like they're blocking better now, but the pocket's just closing. I don't know how Trent Brown is 350 pounds and is getting blown off his ass in a bull rush, but whatever.
He went to Skyline Chili too many times.
Well, even then, he's that strong. Just dig your cleats in and push the guy over. Fall forward and you'll get him. Zach Moss 9 for 44 and a touchdown. He had a decent day. We only gave him the ball again. We only ran the ball 16 times. Justin Fields almost had more rushing attempts than the Bengals. Joe Burrow 4 for 15 and Chase Brown 3 for 11. Jamar Chase 6 receptions, 62 yards. Andre Sovas 3 for 26. Tanner Hudson 2 for 18. Mike Gesicki 3 for 18. Zach Moss 2 for 17. Chase Brown 3 for 12. Logan Wilson had a good day on defense, but again, we just could not stop the run. Logan Wilson is a great pass coverage linebacker. His run stopping ability isn't to the same level that Jermaine Pratt usually is, but Jermaine Pratt is 28. And for linebackers, that's
ancient.
Not ancient, but getting up there. especially for guys that aren't upper echelon.
I also contributed a good chunk of the offense thanks to familiarity, because both Brissett and Hooper were both in Cleveland at the same time as our current offensive coordinator Alex Van Pelt. So they probably just meshed back together well from when he was over there back in 2022, starting because of Deshaun Cosby being out because of his original suspension.
I think the biggest thing for the Bengals in the future is that we need to find a play caller to the same level that our defense has. Because, again, other than this game where we couldn't stop the run, our defensive coordinator, why can't I remember his name? Why did it just escape me? Lou Anarumo, there it is. Lou Anarumo is phenomenal. A defensive coordinator is usually phenomenal. Again,
and your offensive coordinator? Because, Zach Taylor seems to only know one play, and it's
Yeah. So I think we just need some better offensive play calling, because this was rough. But again, Bengals start out slow, so we have to bounce back because the Chiefs are next in Arrowhead.
I think you'll bounce back. Yeah, I don't know against the Chiefs, but it's not going to be a terrible season for you.
A good close game, Texans-Colts. Really good close game.
This was.
C.J. Stroud,
to say the least.
24 for 32 for 234, a 7.3 average, 2 touchdowns, no picks, 4 sacks, a 115.9 rating. Joe Mixon, who used to be a Bengal, Duke Tobin,
Matt Damon. Every time you say Duke Tobin, I'm thinking of Team America with
Team America, Matt Damon. He just can't escape my head, because then eventually, we're gonna get over all the way down to the Raiders game, and I have to talk about how there were great days from Brock Bowers and Michael Mayer, and then that reminds me how this guy didn't draft both the.
I knew it was going to come out. I knew it was going to come out.
Also, nice Akira reference.
Yeah.
But yeah, Joe Mixon, 30 for 159, and we didn't want to re-sign him. Oh. 1 touchdown, 5.3 average yards. Tank Dell 2 for 19. Receiving, Nico Collins 6 for 117. Tank Dell 3 for 40. Stephon Diggs 6 for 33 and 2 touchdowns. Joe Mixon 3 for 19. Dalton Schultz 3 for 16. On the Colts side of things, it was a very small rotation as far as who got the ball. Anthony Richardson 9 for 19. Only 19 passing attempts, 212 yards, 2 interceptions. Or 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 2 sacks, and 101.2 rating.
What a pass he had on that 60-yard bomb.
Yeah, a 60-yard bomb to Alec Pierce. That thing was nuts. He absolutely hucked that thing. The 60 yards was probably 58 of them were in the air.
It was 2 defenders right in his face, too.
Amazing play. But Richardson also was the leading rusher, 56 yards and 6 carries and 1 touchdown, which isn't really good when you consider Jonathan Taylor ran for an average 3 yards on 16 carries, 48 yards and a touchdown. Not a great day there. Alec Pierce, 3 for 125 and a touchdown. Ashton Dillon, 1 for 54 and a touchdown. Michael Pittman Jr., 4 for 31. Adonai Mitchell, 1 for 2. Good games for both these teams that are both set to improve on their seasons. Obviously, the Colts having Richardson back and the Texans adding more pieces are on a very promising C.J. Stroud. So a lot of aspects are coming together for both of these teams, and I think both of them played very well. And also to see Anthony Richardson absolutely just huck a football a quarter mile like Uncle Rico was something else.
Richardson.
Also, did not throw himself face first into a buzzsaw this game, so good job. One game down, 7 or 16 more to go. So, let's not continue to throw ourselves face first into a buzzsaw, Anthony Richardson. But otherwise, good performance from both teams. Colts should not be hanging their heads on this. This was just a Texans team that's just a little further along in the rebuild. So Colts got to assess the film, look at things that need to be improved, probably getting Richardson a couple more passing attempts and keeping him on the field longer. But other than that, great game both ways.
This is 2 teams fighting for AFC South.
Yep, indeed. All right. We're chugging along through this.
Yep.
Jaguars, Dolphins. Table turner.
Peterson.
Yeah. Table turner game here. The Jags had this game in the bag for a while, and the Dolphins turned it on the head. They were able to come back in the second half, blanking the Jags in a 13-0 shutout in the second half against them. Trevor Lawrence, 12 for 21. For 162, a 7.7 average, 1 touchdown, no picks, 3 sacks, 97.7 rating. Running the ball went very well for them. 26 total carries for 128 yards, split between Tank Bigsby and Travis Etienne Jr., 2 rushes also came from Lawrence and Duvernay. 1 touchdown scored by Etienne, who had 44 total yards. Receiving, Gabe Davis, 3 for 62. I said Gabe Davis. Oh, my God. Brian Thomas Jr., 4 for 47. 1 touchdown. Christian Kirk, 1 for 30. And Travis Etienne Jr., 2 for 15. For the Dolphins side of things, Tua Tagovailoa had 37 passing attempts, 23 of them completed for 338 yards, 1 touchdown, 9.1 average, 3 sacks, and a 101.0 rating. Rushing the ball, 5 rushes for 26 yards for Jeff Wilson Jr., Devon Akane, 10 for 24, and Tua Tagovailoa, 1 for 11. Akane also ran for a touchdown himself. Miami receiving, Tyreek Hill, 7 for 130 and a touchdown. Another monster day for him. Jalen Waddle, 5 for 109. Devon Akane, 7 for 76. Raheem Mostert, 2 for 10. Jonnu Smith, 1 for 7. And Julian Hill, 1 for 6. Again, the Miami Dolphins' resilience and their ability to have better coaching to create good halftime adjustments, Doug Peterson, and be able to adjust the team to the oncoming damage and other teams' play level, Doug Peterson, and to be able to coach a team to victory, Doug Peterson, really showed the difference in these two organizations. Again, the Jaguars have the talent to do a lot of different things, but a lot is holding them back, Doug Peterson. So, yeah, the Miami Dolphins had a great comeback win.
Also, a halfback sweep on a 4th and 3 or 4th and 2.
Doug Peterson.
I don't understand when it's 4th and short why you don't do either throw the ball ahead of the sticks or run the ball straight forward.
Doug Peterson.
If I am a head coach, and it is 4th and 1, 2, or 3, I am not throwing the ball behind the sticks. You throw it ahead of the sticks, or you get your big fuck off lineman in there and you run up the gut. You don't do any of this screenplay or sweeps. Ridiculous. I like Pee-wee coaches could do that.
Doug Peterson.
Anyway, Miami Dolphins comeback win. Great job. Also, great job for Tyreek to shut out all of the stuff before the game and go out there and, put forward 130 yards and touchdown performance. Great job.
Yeah.
Amazing job by him. All right. Panthers Saints. These next 2 games, I might not.
Just look at the score. That's all you need to really see. I mean, Bryce Young looks like hot fucking shit. The rest of the Panthers' offense and defenses look like shit, especially with Derek Brown gone for the league now. I mean, you made Derek Carr look good.
This game was basically me destroying Lob in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate last week.
Yeah, I got my ass handed to me multiple times.
All different characters.
Bryce Young, this was the West Virginia Tech game. That's what this was.
Oh, when I played you.
In the new college football game, the West Virginia quarterback, he's quick and everything, but golly, his windup takes a half century. It's just here and then couldn't get a pass off. But regardless, again, drunk. Bryce Young, 13 for 30 for 161 yards, 2 interceptions, 32.8 quarterback rating. That's the lowest I've seen in a while. They couldn't run the ball, only 58 total rushing yards. Their leading rusher was Miles Sanders, 5 for 22. Receiving, Adam Thielen looked all right. Xavier Leggett, 4 for 37 or 35. On the other side of the ball, things went crazy. Derek Carr, 200 total yards, 19 for 23, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Alvin Kamara, 83 rush yards and touchdowns. Williams also had 38 yards and a touchdown. Kamara also received 27 yards on 5 catches. Foster Moreau, 4 for 43 and a touchdown. Rashid Shaheed, 3 for 73 and a touchdown. I mean, the Saints were just dotting him up any way they could, and the Panthers couldn't score. I think, the struggle with the Panthers is this Bryce Young's fault? Is this the roster's fault, or is this the coaching fault? And you've got to figure out what it is, because you don't want to sit there with a quarterback that's bad and try to build a future on top of, Daniel Jones.
There's a good chance that just Alabama quarterbacks over the past 5 to 10 years are just like a lemon car where they just look good and then
Tua's good.
2 years or something.
Tua is good.
Tua's
health is the problem.
Murray's is Alabama.
Murray's is all right. Mac Jones was Alabama, but I mean he got fucked over.
Would you consider is Jalen Hurts considered Alabama or Oklahoma?
What was his final season? Who was his final season?
Oklahoma for 1 year.
Oklahoma.
Oh yeah, no.
Cam Newton's not a Florida quarterback. He's an Auburn quarterback.
Okay, no, I was just wondering because Jalen Hurts did start for Alabama for like a couple years, and then he went to Oklahoma for 1 year.
He got drafted as a Sooner. Like that's why he got drafted.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but again, also Pat McAfee talked about this. Like he feels like the Panthers are going to get relegated. I don't know if that means that they're going to force like. I don't know what that means.
Not move them, but I mean, something's definitely got to change because you cannot stay this bad for this long.
I mean, I believe the Panthers tickets are. You can get some tickets for under $2.
Good God!
Hey, look.
It's nuts. All right. In the game where the Giants decided to take the Michigan uniforms and slap the Montreal Canadiens colors onto them, this game was still worse than that uniform combo.
So, Sam Darnold actually looked good against this defense. That should say everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, the best thing about that defense is their line.
$15.
Yeah. $15. We could all go to a Panthers game, and it actually would not be that crazy of cost. It would be gas.
I do not want to deal with Charlotte. Drive 5 fucking hours and deal with Charlotte.
That is true. Yeah.
Does the Bears play over there?
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know. Do you guys play? I
think the Bengals do.
No, I know you played against the Eagles.
But anyway, I'm not going to go too much into the stats, but Darnold had a good day, 19-24 for 208, only 1 interception with 2 touchdowns, a 113.2 rating, not the same for Daniel Jones. He had 42 passing attempts, 2 interceptions, a 44.3 rating. He went 22 for 42, no touchdowns. They couldn't run the ball, only 74 total yards, 27 for Singletary, 15 for Jones, and 14 for Wan'Dale Robinson. Aaron Jones, who is now one of the sole running backs left in Minnesota, ran for 94 yards on 14 carries for a touchdown. Jefferson didn't have that crazy of a day. 4 for 59 and a touchdown's not crazy for him.
Also, I will say this. Last week, when we did predictions, Golami's the only one that said Minnesota will win. We all picked the Giants because
we were like, oh no, JJ McCarthy, Sam Darnold starting. I think the Giants will get it. But again,
wonder, were we that fucking high to try and trust Danny Derp?
It was Danny Jones or Sam Darnold, but I thought during this game they would pull the plug eventually.
Yeah, also Keto said tie. No, you didn't. You said Giants.
Did I
also,
actually?
Keto said tie. Yeah,
I did say tie.
I think this is. I think at this point in the season, even if you need to see if it was a Linsanity run or if it wasn't, bring him back. Bring him back. You gotta.
Tommy DeVito.
You gotta bring it back. Gotta bring it back. Gotta bring it back. Just see if it works, because this was horrible, and I'm not looking at it anymore. I'm not looking at it anymore.
I'll look at it because it's funny.
This game was really interesting. Before we talk about the stats with the Chargers and Raiders and the opening season win for Jim Harbaugh, I'll talk about 2 different things. One, the fullback that they have now, I forget his name. Is he even on here?
Look at that defense.
Because he plays both ways.
Oh, that's right.
Is it? No, it's not Bud Dupree, is it? No.
Also,
no, Bud Dupree.
No, not Bud Dupree. No. Well, I forget his name. Right, can someone look up the Chargers fullback?
I'm doing it.
Sorry, I forget his name, but he's playing both ways.
I want to say Derek Watt, but I know that's outdated.
Matlock. Wait, no, not Matlock. No.
Scott Matlock.
Hold on.
Scott Matlock.
Yeah, Scott Matlock.
Okay. Yeah.
Scott Matlock plays both ways. Just nuts.
Like a bisexual.
Yeah. And he's 300 pounds playing fullback, which is great. Love to see big fullbacks in the league that just can destroy people. Again, you see here, Matlock had 1 pass targeted toward him. 6'4", 296, Boise State. He plays defensive tackle. Yeah.
This is the one that has a weird colored. Oh my!
This is the guy. This is like the extra This is the extra you see in a Vikings movie. That's like their brute that comes off the ship when they're going to go
He's
rage.
so with an afro.
You mean a berserker?
No, a brute. Not even a berserker. He's not fast. This is just like an ogren. He's an ogren.
Bro's more Irish than most Irishmen.
Yeah, that guy's that guy's more Irish than Bailey's. But the other thing is that I've seen. There's many videos I've seen about this that people from different aspects of social media, and one of the videos I saw was great, but it was like 3 minutes long. I'm not going to put that on here. Joe Alt absolutely ate Max Crosby's entire 3-course meal.
What?
Like,
I saw that.
Destroyed him in every sense of the word. Joe Alt, look at any of the film of Joe Alt versus Max Crosby. Max Crosby couldn't get around this man at all. Joe Alt was able to handle an inside push, swim, rip, an outside spin, a speed rush. He was able to get lower, win the hand battle, win the leverage battle. Joe Alt is 6'8", and on the majority of plays that I saw from this video, his head was lower than all the rest of his linemen, all of which are at least 2 inches shorter at minimum than him. This pick by Joe Alt was phenomenal, and if he keeps getting this kind of like coverage in other spaces, it's gonna become more and more mainstream. And I think, and I hope actually, that the offensive rookie of the year is Joe Alt, because after this performance in this game and looking at some of the film from it, it is diabolical what he was doing to Crosby, who is a veteran in this league and one of the best pass rushers that is in this entire league. On top of that, Joe Alt sunned him, and Joe Alt is a rookie out of Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
So, phenomenal performance by Joe Alt there. And again, Harbaugh's got blockers. If Harbaugh's got blockers, wins. Gardner Minshew, 25 for 33 for 257. He had a great day. Only 1 pick, 1 touchdown. Only took 4 sacks. Was a little rough, but again, Khalil Mack and Bosa can do some damage. 95.1 rating. They didn't run the ball great. Zamir White, 13 for 44, and Alexander Mattison, 5 for 19. They're trying to figure out how to really get it going without Jacobs there. Receiving wise, there were some good numbers, some bad numbers. Jacoby Myers, 3 for 31. Demonte Adams, 5 for 59. Brock Bowers.
Leave me alone!
Matt Damon.
Every time.
Brock Bowers had a great day, 6 for 58. Alexander Madison, 4 for 43. Trey Tucker, 2 for 22. DJ Turner, 1 for 9. And Michael Mayer, 2 for 3.
Here we go again.
Yeah. Justin Herbert, 17 for 26 for 144. 1 touchdown, no pick, 1 sack, 92.5 rating. They're definitely giving him more time, but again, this is a Jim Harbaugh team. So J.K. Dobbins, 10 for 135 and a touchdown, and Gus Edwards, 11 for 26. Holy moly. Some running the ball. This is going to open up so much for Herbert and keep him out of danger so much. This will help this team immensely. Ladd McConkey, rookie... Yeah, Ladd McConkey, rookie out of Georgia, 5 for 39 and 1 touchdown. Quentin Johnson, second year out of TCU, 3 for 38. Hayden Hurst.
Leave me alone!
2 for 33. Joshua Palmer, 2 for 15. Will Dissy, 1 for 13.
For how many times you did that, it seems like a fetish now. I'm sorry, dude.
People need to know the mistakes that the Bengals are making with personnel sometimes, and I'm tired of only being the only one that says it. Tired. But again,
you're the only Bengals fan.
Great win by the Chargers. Great win for Harbaugh to start the season out. I mean, hey, right now in LA, who's got it better than the Chargers? Nobody. So, any thoughts on this game? Joe Alt's performance, Captain Ginger.
Antonio Pierce did a weird decision. He went for a 4th down earlier in the game when he was in his own, when they were in their own 50-yard, like it was like 40-something yard line.
I mean,
down by 6. Well, no. And the thing is that, and then later in the game, they were down by 6 or something, and they were in the Chargers, and it was a 4th and 1. He decided to punt it when it was like 4th quarter, 7 minutes left. And you're trusting that defense that's kind of not been holding the Chargers. That's a weird decision, Antonio Pierce.
It can't be worse than the decision that Notre Dame made to lose their game this past weekend.
Yeah, but I know, but I'm just saying, Antonio, like just Antonio Pierce, you kind of need to should have made some better decisions on that one.
I'd probably just chalk it up to being a rookie head coach.
Maybe. Yeah.
This is his second year, technically.
True. But I will say this: it's not like Harbaugh was never in the NFL. He went to Super Bowl with the 49ers his first time. So
I'm surprised how quickly he was able to turn this team into his team. He goes out and gets J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards. Plus, also behind that, he has Hassan Haskins, who, again, doesn't pan out well in the NFL thus far, but was his running back at Michigan. He drafts a tackle that just already looks like he's probably in the top quarter of tackles in the league. And then he has already a fullback, a good run game, and the defense is already hounding the quarterback. Like, this team was ass last year, and all of a sudden he comes in, makes a few personnel changes and coaching changes, and at least through one game, which I know this is way too early to say this, they look leagues better than what they were.
Well, it's already a hell of an improvement. I know.
Yeah. Who was the coach last year? Staley.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, that's not that much to have.
But again, it's like just coaching
like replacing
and a few players. Like a few good picks. They got, obviously, McConkey, a few new running backs, a few new O-line signings and stuff like that. Like, this team looks phenomenal compared to what it was last year. Like, this improvement is, like, leaps and bounds. This is like the kid in your class that was getting Fs last year, comes in, he starts getting Bs and As. They're like, what? Like, again, it's one game, so I don't want to react, but, like, wow, Harbaugh, that was a quick fucking turnaround.
I mean, most of the personnel last year is not bad. Like, its players. Not like they had bad players last year. Justin Herbert, still good. And then the defense was supposed to be good, but Staley's coaching is just, I think a lot of it was Staley. And then Harbaugh, and also, as I said, Harbaugh was in the NFL before, so he knows how it goes.
Yeah. But again, great win. Great win by the Chargers. Rangers got some work to do, but again, they lost a decent amount of pieces in the offseason. Broncos Seahawks, this was a close game. And it was a very good, not very good, but a good showing for Bo Nix. Not horrible. Away game, starter from the very get-go.
Both picks?
Yeah, I did throw two picks. So yeah, that's going to follow him everywhere. 26 for 42, 138. No touchdowns, 2 picks, 2 sacks, a 47.5 rating. Especially for a rookie starting quarterback. Not horrible, but not great. Bo Nix, 5 for 35 and a touchdown. Jaleel McLaughlin, 10 for 27. Javonte Williams, 8 for 23. And Audric Estime, I believe. Wow. Josh Reynolds receiving 5 for 45. Devon Vele 8 for 39. Cortland Sutton 4 for 38. Greg Dulcich 2 for 12. And Michael Burton 1 for 3. Not the director. Geno Smith 18 for 25 for 171, a 6.8 average, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 2 sacks, 87.2 rating. Rushing, Kenneth Walker had a great day. He had 20 for 103 and a touchdown. Geno Smith 4 for 30 and a touchdown. Charbonnet 8 for 12 and Laviska Shenault Jr. 1 for 1. Receiving, Lockett 8 for 77. Charbonnet 2 for 29 and a touchdown. DK Metcalf 3 for 29. JSN 2 for 19. Noah Fant 2 for 11. Kenneth Walker III 2 for 6. The best part of this game might have been the uniforms the Seahawks were wearing. They went their old throwback Lance Allworth style jerseys. Or no, sorry, Steve Largent.
Did they?
Steve Largent was a Seahawk, not Lance Allworth. Lance Allworth was a Charger. But great job by the Seahawks to get the win. Wasn't pretty in the air, but again, when you have Kenneth Walker, who takes 20 carries and runs for 103 yards and a touchdown, that's a good day. So,
yep.
Broncos, I mean, they still scored 20 points, and Bo Nix didn't look super bad, didn't look great, but there's still some improvement to be made. So, again, this is a young team, they're going to struggle for a bit, but Seahawks, way to get the win and the job done. Any thoughts about this game?
I mean...
2 safeties is hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think I said it earlier. Bo Nix is already giving me vibes that just makes me think the Broncos just drafted Paxton Lynch again. That's just me, though. Hopefully that's just a pretty bad intro to him, and that he'll improve as the season goes on. Because Sean Payton is not going to let him like completely suck the whole season.
No, not at all. All right, moving on to the latter half of games. This was interesting for 2 reasons. One, the Cowboys or 3 reasons. 1, the Cowboys look really good. 2, the Browns look very bad. And 3, Tom Brady as an announcer was up and down. A lot of good moments, a lot of bad moments. He's got to get used to it. But Yeah.
It was his first day.
Part of me is kind of happy
Gregos.
that this I was at work while this game was playing, and thus that we had the TVs muted.
Yeah, I miss Greg Olson.
I do too.
I think Greg Olson was good enough to be a play-by-play announcer. That's how good I think Greg Olson was.
Yeah.
Greg Olson could have done play-by-play. So, but again, the Cowboys go in and trounce the Browns on a 51.1 rating day from Deshaun Watson. 24 for 45 for 169.
That's probably the worst thing to happen to Deshaun Watson this week, as might add. The worst thing.
What, the
worst
other
thing
Not
allegation?
the SA allegation.
You, Mamba. That was the joke. Thank you, Mamba. That was the
joke. 169 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks, 6 sacks against a Browns line that's usually very good. Dak Prescott, 19 for 32 for 179, 1 touchdown, no picks, 3 sacks, an 85.3 rating. Ezekiel Elliott came back. He ran for 40 yards and 10 carries, 1 touchdown. Rico Dwaddle, 8 for 26. CeeDee Lamb, 3 for 25. Brandon Cooks, 1 for 5. They ran for 102 yards total. Receiving, CeeDee Lamb, 5 for 61. He led the way. Brandon Cooks, 4 for 40 and a touchdown. Jalen Brooks, 1 for 18. Hunter Lepke, 2 for 18. Jake Ferguson, 2 for 50. And Jane Tolbert, 1 for 12. Receiving, Njoku, 4 for 44. Jordan Atkins, 3 for 27. Jerry Jeudy, 3 for 25 and a touchdown. Jerome Ford, 6 for 25. Pierce Strong Jr., 2 for 20. And Amari Cooper, 2 for 16 on 9 targets. Yikes. Yeah. Deshaun Watson looks nothing like his former self in Houston. He's not adjusting well. This is his second season now. And he even restructured his contract, but it's still all guaranteed money. And he should be brought up for fraud for robbing Cleveland of money.
Of their entire
this is highway robbery. Maybe this is why the Bengals are so not wanting to sign people. But again, 5 quarterback hicks and 1 sack from Micah Parsons. You had 2 sacks from DeMarcus Lawrence. You had 2 from Eric Kendricks, 1 from DeMarion Overshown. He was getting hounded all day. He looked horrible. At this point, I mean, it's a W. Jameis Winston, famous Jameis, start him because this looked horrible. Deshaun looked abysmal, and I would not be sad if he lost his job. I'm sorry. I don't care how
I agree.
you as the viewer think about that. I do not think he is a good person. I'm not saying that as a Bengals fan. Like, this guy's an asshole. Okay,
do you
get rid of
see,
him.
probably
they got rid of
a few months from now, probably sometime in April or May, that the Browns draft another quarterback to add to their graveyard?
And speaking of Baker, 24 for 30 for 289, 4 touchdowns, no picks, only 1 sack and 146.4 quarterback rating. This guy baked a beef Wellington.
Thank you for throwing to Mike Evans to help me win against Gorlami.
This is what fucking.
The sad part is I had Mike Evans in my other league, so I really needed him to go off.
This is why I do like 1 or 2 fantasy leagues, because I don't want to be like, oh, I need Mike Evans to do well, and the other team's like, I don't want him to do well. But this was a close game for a while. Buccaneers did pull away late, but Jalen Daniels looked okay. 17 for 24 for 184, no touchdowns, no picks, 2 sacks, and 93.1 rating. He also ran for 88 yards and 16 carries and 2 touchdowns. He was probably the best rookie performance for quarterback. Looked better than Bo Nix. JJ McCarthy's hurt. Caleb Williams was game managing. Jaden Daniels looked really good. He looked really good.
He did.
Brian Robinson Jr. ran 12 for 40 and a touchdown. Receiving, Eckler, 4 for 52. Robinson Jr., 3 for 49. Zach Ertz, 3 for 28. Luke McCaffrey, 3 for 18. Terry McLaurin, 2 for 17. Olamide Zaccheaus, 1 for 15. And Jason Crowder, 1 for 5. Again, this team would have been great if it was 5 years ago, because even Bobby Wagner's on the list.
True.
Yeah, he had 10 total tackles. Sheesh, calm down, old man. Again, Baker went off. He even ran for 21 yards. Bucky Irving, 9 for 62 on the ground, as well as Ricard White, 15 for 31 on the ground. Receiving.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you say the Buccaneers have a guy named Bucky Irving?
Yep.
That's a very
guy named Bucky Irving. Chris Godwin, 4 for 83 in a touchdown. Ricard White, 6 for 75. Mike Evans, 5 for 61 and 2 touchdowns. Dan McMillan, 1 for 32. Trey Palmer, 1 for 19. Bucky Irving, 2 for 14. And K. Dotton, 1 for 5. Let Baker bake. He absolutely whipped up a cake against the Commanders and fed it to him.
Cake and a beef Wellington, apparently.
Yeah.
And, though Washington's defense is bad, Baker did bake.
Mm-hmm. Like 289 yards and 4 touchdowns with no picks in the NFL. It's impressive against anybody.
True.
Popping them cinnamon zins, baby.
Tampa Bay has the ability to win the NFC South for the 3rd straight year if they have a really good season.
I think, yeah. I'll say yes because
New Orleans looked really good. It was against Carolina, and Atlanta has the talent, but it could happen.
In fairness, UMass could look good against Carolina.
No.
Yeah.
Georgia could, not UMass. Not UMass.
Florida State. What about Florida State, actually?
No. DJ, you need to get a job, needs to get a job somewhere else other than football.
I'm sorry, it's Carolina. David Tepper is fucking...
Yeah. Oh, boy. All right, there's a few more games to cover. Rams-Lions.
This was a good game.
Yes, this was a very good game. It went to overtime. Matthew Stafford's second return now in the regular season to Ford Field in Detroit, Michigan, ended in a game-winning drive by David Montgomery and David Montgomery basically only.
David Montgomery.
David Montgomery. This was, the Lions made this video.
I think I sent that to you
the actual Lions?
Yes, this is the Lions TikTok account.
That is amazing.
That's actually pretty good.
What the dog doing? All right, when the Lions play the Rams, I'm cheering for the Lions.
They're pulling a fucking Bills.
Hey, it's this guy. This guy's name, but I like this.
Genuinely, just straight aura. Plus 1,000.
Here's your reality check, Diva. What's the name you'd like me to make it out to?
What?
And then after that was posted, the Bills also had their own, which was this.
If you get screwed, there's going to be an opportunity for you to do the screwing.
You're into that?
Yeah.
I like a nice hotel room.
What? No, I mean, I could have...
My God.
This is the official Bills TikTok page, which is... Von Miller.
What the fuck is up with that shirt? I'm here to play football. What are we talking about?
Yeah, I don't know.
Around your teammates or around your brothers, and you hang out with the guys, you do all this stuff. I'm like, if there's 2 things that I love in this world, it's football and
almond butter.
Almond butter.
Y'all are wild. Bills and Lions, you guys are wilding with your TikTok accounts. But anyway, Matthew Stafford had a good game. 34 for 49 for 317 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 2 sacks, 85.2 rating. Kieran Williams, pretty good on the ground, 18 for 15, a touchdown. Puka Nacua sadly came out with a knee injury, as Kate have said, so that was rough for him there. So now, instead of Puka Nacua being the leader for Cooper Kupp's injury, it's flipped, and now it's Cooper Kupp leading while Puka Nacua is injured. He went 14 for 110, a touchdown. Tyler Johnson, 5 for 79. Kobe Parkinson, 4 for 47. DeMarcus Robinson, 4 for 42. Puka Nacua also 4 for 35 before his injury. For the Lions, Jared Goff, 18 for 28 for 217, a 7.1 average, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 2 sacks, an 85.0 rating. A very Joe Flacco, very just below good quarterback, just elite quarterback Joe Flacco, just below that line. David Montgomery 17 for 91 rushing with a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs also 11 for 40 rushing with a touchdown. Probably one of the best 2-back running systems in the league right now. These guys look great.
Probably.
Jameson Williams 5 for receptions, 121 yards and a touchdown. Sam Laporta 4 for 45. Jahmyr Gibbs 4 for 34. Amon-Ra St. Brown 3 for 13. Again, it came down to overtime where they just handed the ball to Montgomery and said, let it ride. And they did a great job with that.
Rip it, baby, rip it.
Yeah. They just handed the ball off and let Montgomery ride. They took a page out of Michigan's playbook against Penn State and just ran fucking rock in overtime. And that got them the win. Any thoughts on this one, gentlemen?
It was a good game.
Good game.
Very good game.
Yeah.
Just a good ass game. That's all.
A lot of good games to start the season. A lot of bad ones. I'm looking at you, Carolina and Giants, but a lot of good ones. So
there's been a lot of things happening week 1, so it's pretty nice.
All right. Final 2 games we're covering. Monday night game, Jets and 49ers. This
news,
one,
you had Aaron Rodgers for longer than 4 plays.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers has played longer than he played last season, but also there was no Christian McCaffrey to start the season for this game. So the Niners still doing a great job with Jordan Mason, who had 147 rushing yards on 28 carries. And 1 touchdown is phenomenal. Debo also ran for a touchdown, 23 yards. Brock Purdy had a solid night, 19 for 29 for 231 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions, 2 sacks, and 89.9 rating. Honestly, with Tom Brady out of the league, I feel like it's a conversation to say that Brock Purdy might be the best decision-making quarterback. I feel like he doesn't make a lot of mistakes. Like, he's up there with Stafford. He's up there with Burrow. Wrong. But he's not like...
not Stafford.
Stafford does force it a little bit, true.
He was a gunslinger.
But, like, Burrow doesn't force things.
With how bad
Purdy doesn't force things. But, like, you know, Hurts will force things. Josh Allen will fucking use the
Josh Allen literally plays hero ball all the goddamn time.
I think Josh Allen constantly, he has an earpiece in that just is constantly saying, the team is on my back. I have to carry them. The team is on my... And just...
He's just being brainwashed constantly.
Yeah. It's that video like...
It's his version of the fog is coming.
Greg Jennings breaks his leg and is hobbling to the end zone type stuff.
He probably has fun gunslinging, let's be real.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers, 13 for 21 for 167, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 1 sack, and 82.8 rating. The pick really wasn't his fault. It was tipped. Tyrod Taylor came in at the end of the game when they threw in the towel. Breece Hall didn't have a great day rushing, 16 for 54 and 1 touchdown. Then receiving, Rodgers must have thought he was on the Packers because Lazard, 9 targets, 6 receptions, 89 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Garrett Wilson, 6 for 60. Breece Hall, 5 for 39. For San Francisco, their passing or receiving statistics, Juwan Jennings, 5 for 64. Debo Samuel, 5 for 54. Kyle Juszczyk, Juice, 2 for 40. A 34-yard reception to a fullback on a wheel route.
Yeah.
That's nuts. Again, like... I feel like Kyle Juszczyk is in the conversation for one of the best fullbacks ever. Like, I don't think he's the absolute best because there's still Franco Harris and also, I forget the name of the fullback that was the fullback for Emmitt Smith, but there's a reason Emmitt Smith has so many rushing yards. It's because Emmitt Smith's good, his line was good, and he had that fullback. George Kittle, 4 for 40, and Brandon Ayuk, 2 for 28. He had 5 targets, a lot of drops. Does not look like he's worth the contract he was just given. So, but San Francisco dominates the Jets. The Jets defense looked like it's very far away removed from what it was last year, and Rodgers did not look phenomenal in his opening start.
Thank you, Debo Samuel and Jake Moody.
Yeah, Jake Moody went fucking... Again, when I told you 2 years ago that Jake Moody was going to be an amazing kicker in the NFL, I told you.
Let's see, how many points did he give me? He gave me 26 points.
Yeah, as a kicker. That's nuts.
That is pretty crazy.
And the game that just concluded, the last game recovering from the week 1/2-ish action, Bills dominated the Dolphins 31-10. I believe Josh Allen has the best record against the Miami Dolphins of an NFC East starting quarterback in the history of football. He barely loses to this team. I don't think Tom Brady had a better record against the Dolphins. Jim Kelly didn't have a better record against the Dolphins. Josh Allen owns the Dolphins.
The Dolphins embarrassed us a few times.
At Miami, that's the thing though. Miami embarrassed the Patriots at Miami, while the Bills basically embarrassed Miami everywhere.
Yeah,
every team's got like that one team that they can never beat, and just inexplicable, no matter if they're good or bad. Dolphins is that team for a few different teams.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, 13 for 19 for 139, 1 touchdown, no picks, a 107.1 rating. Didn't throw for a ton or a lot, but they were able to get the job done, especially their defense. Got a couple touchdowns off interceptions. James Cook, 11 carries, 78 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Ray Davis, 9 for 29, rushing. 108 total rushing yards, way to run the ball, Bills. You have 26 rushing attempts and 19 passing attempts. Whoa, are they watching the pod? Hi, Sean McDermott.
Let me see what he scores. I have in my other league. He scored me 3 fucking points. Holy shit.
Josh Allen?
No, James Cook.
Oh, yeah. He did 2 touchdowns. Khalil Shakir, 5 for 54. Ty Johnson, 1 for 33. Dalton Kincaid, 4 for 33. James Cook, 1 for 17. For the Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa played most of the game until he went out with another head-like injury, which I believe it says right here exits the game with a concussion. So
he's in concussion protocol.
Yes. Again.
Yeah.
Again, I haven't heard any reports about this, but it would not surprise me if it'd be sad, but it would not surprise me if this is the last game we saw Tua Tagovailoa play. The amount of head injuries this guy has faced is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Bad. He went 17 for 25 for 145, 1 touchdown, 3 picks, 1 sack, a 56.7 rating. Devon Akane, 22 for 96, Tua Tagovailoa, 2 for 17, and Tyreek Hill, 1 for 12 on the ground. Achane, sorry. Devon Achane, 7 for 69. Yeah. Devon Achane, 7 for 69, touchdown. Jonnu Smith, 6 for 53. Jalen Waddle, 4 for 41. Tyreek Hill, 3 for 24. Grant DeBoose, 1 for 13. Jeff Wilson, 2 for 12 receiving. Bills dominated. Defense looked really good, especially losing a lot of pieces. But Von Miller was out there. 2 tackles, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss, 1 quarterback hit. Like, he's looking like he's kind of moved up a little bit. DeMar Hamlin led in tackles. Just a 3-way tie with Brandon Spencer and Darwin Williams. So he's back out there. Looks good.
Thank God he didn't have a heart attack.
Jesus Christ. All right.
A little too far.
Yeah.
It's Mamba. He always goes far.
He always goes too far, yeah.
You know why? Because he has to deal with the Bears.
Yeah. But great game by the Buffalo Bills. Both sides of the ball. Offense looked very good, very balanced, which is very good for them. And their defense absolutely hawked Tua.
Tua turned the ball over.
I'm going to bed. Fuck you.
No.
We got predictions.
All right.
Wait.
Let me see here.
God damn it. All right. Let's go to predictions. Don't tell me you're doing college.
Why? We didn't do them before. It's quick. It's quick.
Everybody laugh at Notre Dame.
This isn't what I want to use, though. This
it
is
went
the
from
site I use
5th
for.
to
That's
16th.
right. That's right. I forgot tier list of the bad.
There it is. The AP. I like this one site a little bit better. It's a little bit nicer looking. Okay. Yeah. Georgia won again. Texas beat Michigan, and Michigan a great win for them. That's why they're second. They're going to play GSA next. Ohio State dropped just to give Texas a spot. Alabama had a close win against USF. Ole Miss jumped a couple spots to the Missouri and Tennessee. They all had good wins, especially Tennessee's quarterback is looking a lot better. Possibly a candidate for Heisman this early. Penn State had a close win against Bowling Green. Oregon not looking good. They struggled again against Boise State.
They did lose a lot of pieces in the draft. So,
USC has a bit of a break. Then they will play Michigan. I will be at that game. It's going to be a lot of fun. Especially they're ranked higher than Michigan is right now. Utah dropped a few spots. Oklahoma State had a close win against Arkansas. Kansas has a good win as well. Oklahoma and LSU at 15-16. Michigan lost a tough one, real tough one, against Texas. I don't know how Notre Dame is still ranked. They won one game. Well, I guess they did win a game against Texas A&M in College Station, but then they turned around and for the first time in human history, a MAC team has beaten a top 10 opponent. NIU, Northern Illinois. Top five. Sorry, top five. So for the first time in human history, a top 5 college football team has fallen to a MAC school. In South Bend, Northern Illinois University came in to Notre Dame Stadium and beat them on a blocked field goal at the very end of the game. Which is why Northern Illinois is 25.
And Notre Dame paid them like $1.4 million to play them.
To travel there, yeah.
Yeah. Louisville, Arizona, Iowa State, all staying undefeated. Clemson got a win, even though they lost their first game of the season to Georgia. But again, Nebraska looked very good against Colorado. They were able to beat them. Dylan Raiola looks like a Patrick Mahomes clone in every sense of the word. Looks, number, throwing arm mechanics, talent. Like, it's kind of scary. Boston College got another solid win. They're ranked. And again, Northern Illinois, undefeated.
That's a reach. That's a fucking reach.
No.
Ranking them 25?
NIU?
Against who else? Illinois is close. Boise State's okay, but they lost a game. Texas A&M's lost a game. Syracuse is okay. Memphis is okay. Washington's fine. Iowa did look horrible. Kansas was struggling against Illinois and eventually lost. Vanderbilt only beat VT. South Carolina didn't look great. Liberty plays in the American Conference, or I think it's
Liberty
the
should not
CUSA.
even be a thing. No, Liberty
Wisconsin is going to lose next week against Alabama, and we all know it. UNLV
Dude,
there, North Carolina.
You should have saw that South Dakota game. That was rough.
I heard it
struggled.
I heard it was awful.
The only team that
We
you could put
scored
here
2
is
touchdowns
Illinois.
right away, and then just couldn't
Yeah.
do anything else.
Yeah, but Illinois
Van
is a
Dyke is
Big
so
Ten
shit.
program versus MAC.
Van Dyke?
But who gives
North
a
of-
fuck?
yeah.
That's why I hate that. That's why I hate how the rankings go. It's like, oh, it's a group of 5 school
I'm
gets
just
a
saying
Power
how it
5
is,
or whatever.
man, all right?
It's
Fucking-
that
if
only
you win,
matters.
you win.
Yeah, that only matters when you start to look at comparing two teams that have a similar record and you look at strength of schedule.
Yeah.
That only matters then. Right
But
now
Georgia,
it's 2-0,
their record,
and
they've
Northern
only got
Illinois
their
strength of
like
schedule was pretty
really
good.
bad teams.
Northern Illinois strength of schedule was pretty good because they were able
That's
to
true.
beat Notre Dame. So there's that. They will play Buffalo next. That is a MAC opponent. Hopefully, I mean, listen, it would be cool if they go undefeated. They win the MAC, go undefeated. They'll be in the college football playoff. They'll be one of the ones.
Nuts.
They will. Like, if they win the MAC, they're undefeated, and one of their wins was against a top 5 program in South Bend. They're there. They got to be there. All right. Let's go ahead and go back and give our predictions. We forgot to record the predictions. I forgot to change them, so it doesn't matter. But then we'll look at Tank Bowl. Mamba, real quick. Who is your MVP of the week?
Baker, baby. Let him
Gotta be Baker. Yeah. Gotta be
Let 'em bake.
Baker. All right. Are you ready for predictions, Mastodon?
Are you ready
Yep,
for
I
some
got-
prediction?
Yeah, I got.
Oh,
I
I'm
got
not
I
ready.
am so ready.
All right, here we go. Saints Cowboys. This is in AT&T Stadium. Saints had a good Week 1 victory against the Panthers, but against the Panthers and the Cowboys just trounced the Browns in every sense of the word. I'm going to take the Cowboys by 10 in this one.
God, I hate Jerryville, but I gotta go Cowboys by 7. Actually, no, 14.
You fucking changing one. Okay. Dallas by 11. They gonna trounce Saints. Saints aren't actually not that good. Dennis Allen. Yeah. Gorlami?
I'm thinking of a number. Begrudgingly, Cowboys by 10.
Yeah, how about them Cowboys by 14?
All right,
This is a tough one
Buccaneers
here.
and Lions. This is going to be a close
could be-
game.
This be game of the week, I think.
Yeah, I don't trust the Buccaneers defense as much as I did in the past, so I think the Lions will get a win by 3.
Yeah, especially after they lost those couple
Damn it.
people in secondary to injury.
Fuck. I mean, the spread's way too wide for Buccaneers Lions, in my opinion.
It's because home field advantage. That's why.
Oh,
Pretty much.
shit. It's at Ford Field. You're right. Okay, let me just go Lions by 3.
I'll say Lions by 5.
Stop taking my fucking number. God damn it. I was going to say 3, then I was going to say 5, so fuck it. I'm going to say Lions by 6.
I'll go Lions by 10.
All right, Colts Packers. I'll be at this game. Go Pack Go. I'll take him to win this game by 3. I hope Matt LaFleur wises up and he plays Penn State legend Sean Clifford.
Lob, you're a fraud. I'm going to go Colts by 7.
I'm gonna say Colts by 11. I'm sorry, Malik Willis. No, he's gonna be playing.
You know, I like to think back to last year. We beat the Bears the first week because Aaron Jones just went off running the football. I think Josh Jacobs will do it again. Give the Packers by 4.
Is this what I was like last year, huffing copium? Give me the Colts by 7.
Huffing copium.
I love Huffin.
All right, Jets Titans.
Oh god.
Jets get back on the road with this one. The Titans have a good defense. The biggest issue for the Jets is going to be can they protect Rodgers. But I think the Jets will get the job done. Sauce Gardner will definitely give Will Levis some fits. So I'll take the Jets by 10.
I'll go Mr. Rogers for 7.
I gotta say Jets by 2. It's gonna be a ugly game. Ugh.
Give me smoking that ayahuasca by 5.
I'm sorry. What the fuck is that spread for the next game?
Oh.
Read it.
San Francisco minus
Negative
5. For San Fran.
-5? What?
We're expecting a blowout.
That's weird.
Unless they're doing home field.
Jets by 6.
That's not home field. That's in Minnesota.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
but
it'll probably be a lot. With San Fran, it'd probably be a lot more points for them if they were at San Fran. I think that's what I'm saying.
I mean, give a fuck if he plays home away in fucking Brazil. He doesn't give a shit. He'll still ball out.
I'll in this next one, Niners Vikings. Vikings had a good week 1 win against the Giants, but again,
it's the Giants.
Yeah, I'll take Niners by 17.
I'm gonna go Niners by 21.
San Fran by 12.
Maybe 49ers by 17?
Fuck, I was gonna say that. Give me Niners by 16.
All right, next one, Seahawks and Patriots. This is in Foxborough. I don't know. Ron Stevenson looked really good, even though it was the Bengals struggling. But the Seahawks have always had issues stopping the run. So actually, I'm going to take the Patriots by 3.
Ooh.
I'm going to go opposite because I feel like, I think the Patriots are not that good. I'm going to go Seahawks by 3.
I think Seattle by 2. I'm going to say it's because Bengals week 1 woes.
Mm-hmm.
My other fantasy league, I had to pick up Geno Smith, so I gave him the Seahawks by 6.
I'm going to go Patriots by 6. I think we're going to keep that momentum going from the win last week.
Patriots by 6?
Patriots by 6.
Yep.
All right. Giants and Commanders next. Tie.
Okay.
Fuck it. Tie.
Right off.
No one wins.
Not even a breath in between sentences, just tie.
Mamba?
Sorry. Commanders by 7?
7?
You say 47?
No, 7.
7.
Okay.
7.
Washington by 3. I think their offense is just enough to beat the Giants. Because their defense is not that good, but the Giants are just bad. So, yeah.
Give me a mobile Heisman winning quarterback playing for the Commanders by 3.
Give me RG3 2.0 by 10.
As long as he doesn't get fucked over, without the injuries, he get fucked over by Mike Shanahan and Dan Snyder.
Chargers and Panthers. I think the Chargers will handle business here if it's in Charlotte. I'll take the Chargers by... Harbaugh likes to run the ball a lot, so it's not going to be a high-scoring game. In my opinion, the game will be over a lot quicker than normal, so I'll take them only by 10 in this one.
I love how they only give the Chargers a -5 spread.
It's probably because just early on still, like it's Thursday.
Yeah, for betting.
It'll change.
But Panthers are ass, Chargers by 14.
I'm going to say Chargers by 12. Yes, Harbaugh runs a lot, but probably it's going to be some long runs that becomes touchdowns, though, because Carolina's ass, and they lost a good defensive player.
Give me the Sign Steelers by 10.
Oh, that's a take. I like that.
It would have been funnier if he was a Steelers head coach. That would have been a lot funnier. Sign Steelers.
Give me the fuck you Spanoses by 24.
The fuck you Spanoses.
Next up,
Spanos.
Deshaun Watson versus allegations. I mean the Chargers or the Jaguars. The Chargers, Jaguars. Fuck. The Jaguars, I think, will win this game. It's in Florida. I'm going to take them by 5. It'll be a close one, but also I still trust Trevor Lawrence more than I trust Deshaun Watson or Jameis Winston.
All right, give me the Indian guy that scammed a football team by 7.
Sorry, Deshaun Cosby, you're gone. Yeah, you suck.
You're
Jackson
fired.
Whitmore.
I love wire fraud.
Give me Goldilocks and the Jaguars by 10.
Something I forgot to mention from the news thing. Apparently Everbank Stadium's going to temporarily rename themselves to Trevor Bank Stadium.
Huh.
Yeah. Just for that, give me the Browns by 3 because that just sounds so fucking dumb.
The Browns.
All right, Raiders Ravens. I'm taking the Ravens in this one, even though like every time I see this video of Gardner Minshew, like
come take a ride with Mississippi mud flat.
If I was a woman looking at this, I would wish I was infertile.
What the fuck? Put that on a t-shirt. What the fuck?
Right.
Kato, if you gonna let Minshew Mania take over your goddamn life.
Gonna be a
Minshew is actually a
boy.
Chad, though. I mean, come on. He had a fucking.
He lives in a
replica
fucking
sword.
van. He has a katana. Okay.
Oh, no.
Anyway,
Minshew is just awesome. He's
he's
probably just
awesome.
someone you can just.
He's awesome, but also Ravens by 10. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
Ravens by 14. Let's be real.
I want the Raiders to win, but still,
I'll say Baltimore by 13 just because they had the better roster and all that.
Uh-huh. Gorlami?
Fuck.
It's just numbers, buddy. It's just numbers, dude.
The numbers mean
any number.
What do they mean? Give me the Ravens by 12.
Yeah, Ravens by 18.
All right. Next up, Rams Cardinals. Cardinals are a little bit better than last year, but also the Rams are coming off a bad loss where they're probably pretty pissed off, and I do not trust the Cardinals secondary to stop Cooper Kupp. So I'll take the Rams by 7.
What the fuck are these bookies spreads, man? The fuck?
It's ESPN.
It's Thursday. No one's betting
It's
yet.
Thursday, and also it's partly
care if
home
no
field
one's betting. The
advantage.
fuck?
It'll change on like Saturday.
Give me the man that only throws to wide receivers by 14.
Tom Brady's retired, man.
Oh shit.
Tom, I'm wide open. Shut up, Moss. Gronk in triple coverage.
What the fuck is it, Alshon Jeffrey?
That was
Whatever his name.
Bears. That's Bears.
No,
Alshon Jeffrey?
No, there was he was on the Bears and went to the Rams. I forget his name.
I don't know. Move on.
Are you trying to think of Robert? Okay.
Nah.
Rams
I'm
by 8. Arizona played a good game, but I think Rams had the better roster also.
Give me the Rams by 7.
Rams by 9.
All right, Steelers Broncos. It's the return. It's the let's ride game.
Lob
this week,
or not Lob? Maston, Allen Robinson. That's what I was thinking of.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I don't really like Bo Nix against an experienced defensive coordinator or oriented head coach and Mike Tomlin. So I think Bo Nix is going to have some fits when he comes up against the Steelers defense, and especially TJ Watt. So I'll take the Steelers by 5. This is going to be a low-scoring game. This might be Colts Broncos of 2 years ago.
Give me the quarterback that can't read a defense by 7.
I could either one of these.
There's 2 of them. There's 2 of them.
There's two.
Fields.
The fast one.
Fields.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fields.
Steelers.
What do you mean by that?
Okay. I'll pick the TJ Watts by 4.
God damn it!
Because that's basically the team.
TJ Watt and the Funky Bunch.
I was gonna say the one man Watt defense by 3.
That's actually pretty good. That was pretty good.
Watt and the Vultures. Watt and the
Remember
Fultz.
when Bobby Boucher
Alright,
keep making the second half and all y'all want the Bobby more, do you?
I didn't realize Gorlami actually went.
Yeah, you did.
Steelers country, let's Yins by 10.
Yins. Holding on the play. 10-yard penalty. Replay. First down.
First down.
Third down.
First down.
Bengals Chiefs. Chiefs by 57.
You actually being serious?
No. I don't know, man.
Give me.
Whoa! I was joking. I'm not doing Chiefs by 57, Mamba. Calm down.
You said it. We're moving on.
It's locked in.
Well, Bengals. Some of us want to go to bed.
Bengals by 14. I gotta ride with my team.
Give me Team Tay by 14.
This is actually weird because Cincinnati's been having the Chiefs number.
Usually, yes, but
yeah.
Yeah, usually.
Right now, right now with being week 2, don't know how the Bengals going to be. I don't know because there's something that said Joe Burrow's hand is being weird also with like
he picked up a water bottle and people are like he did that weird. His hands hurt. No, that's bullshit. That is bullshit.
KC by 2 though. I'm gonna say Kansas City. It's gonna be close. I don't know, but Kansas City by 2.
Give me pregnant Travis Kelce by 10.
Jesus Christ. All right.
You had to know that was coming.
No, fuck you.
I'll send you the picture.
No, I already saw it. You showed it in Discord.
Do not.
No, Lob showed it in Discord. I sent it to him.
It doesn't matter.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Give me the Chiefs by 13 because if the Bengals lose, it's going to be Lob's 13th reason why.
Oh God. You think I'm at 13 and not 397?
Oh.
You know what? I can name a couple reasons right now. ANDYDALTON. FUCKKKKKKK.
Oh, don't bring up the KKK.
No, okay.
All right. Bears Texans. Texans by 20.
It is 12:30 at night.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Texans by 14 in this one. I think the Bears' defense will do something here, but not enough. I don't think Caleb Williams is that good yet. So
I'm going with Pink Nails by 14.
Houston by 19.
Give me them Texans by 12. And then I'm going to drink a beer.
What?
The Strouds will win the day by 17.
Okay, good reference. I like that.
Next up, Monday Night Football. People are like, why are the Falcons playing the Eagles Monday Football? Obviously, the new updated roster for the Falcons. I still don't think they'll have it all together by week 2, especially against a team as ready for a Super Bowl run as the Eagles. So I'll take the Eagles in this one by 10.
Give me the Greenbirds by 7.
Also, you forget prime time Kirk Cousins. Philly by 8.
He's in Atlanta now. There could be some change. There's more Coles in Atlanta.
Hold on. This is the 3rd straight year Phillies played Kirk Cousins at primetime. Yes, it was a Monday. It was a Monday night game 3 years ago. It was like your Sunday night or Thursday night game last year, and then this year it's a Monday night game.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Go ahead, Gorlami.
Give me the running back that's going to outscore the Giants by 14.
He has a chance. He has a chance to do that.
Thank you. The Barclays Center's open.
Yeah, give me the...
fucking ran all over us on a field you couldn't even run on.
Give me the Nick Foles is by 10.
All right, and
in Foles we trust.
And the last game that we're going to predict is the Thursday night game for next week. Game.
Oh God!
All right, yeah, we have a Thursday night game.
Why? This is going to be a bad game.
Why is this on Amazon Prime?
Because nobody wants to see it on primetime on cable TV.
That is is that 3 straight primetime games for the Jets?
What?
Yeah.
No.
Wait, was it week 2 game?
No, it's not.
No,
CBS.
No. It was.
Never mind.
It was
All right, I'll take
yeah.
the Jets. I'll take the Jets by 11.
I'll take those Towers by 14.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah, man, it's.
It's late, boys. Come on. Have a little fun.
It is 12:30 at night.
Jets by 2. It's gonna be a shit game. I'm sorry. It's gonna be bad.
Yeah, give me the Jets by 3.
I'll take the reverse of that. Patriots by 3.
Alrighty.
Of course you would.
And last but certainly not least, yeah, there we go. Here we go. It is time for the Tank Bowl.
Okay.
Bro, speedrun this shit. I'm tired.
Okay. Panthers stay. Vikings out of stinky.
Where? Out of the list?
Just out right now. Right
Okay.
now. Still look. Giants stinky.
Okay.
Patriots out right now. Washington staying at bad.
I mean, they kind of
Titans cringe. That was Browns at batter.
Okay. All you want to put there?
Yes, I can't think of anything else because the Jets are close. We'll just see for this week, but
that was a tough opponent. Jaguars I could see here, but like not really. It was a close game, but yeah. Commanders look bad. They got blown out. They lost to the defense of the Bears only. This was fucking horrible, and that was abysmal. So that makes sense.
Should we put David Tepper instead of worse? It's David Tepper.
Well, he owns the team, so it's an extension of him.
Photoshop his face over it.
All right.
That's the Tank Bowl right there.
That is the Tank Bowl. Alrighty. That's really everything that we got. Thank you for watching this week 1 coverage, week 2 predictions of the football season. We'll be back next Friday for you. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And for myself, for Mamba, for Macedon, for Galami, and for K-Dub, enjoy football. It's back. It's better than ever. We got some really good college games coming up. NFL's rolling around. We'll see what everything does and how it all shapes up. And most importantly, run the damn ball. Have a good night.
Give me my goddamn fullback back.
I want my fullback back.